Hey guys, it's late but sober McKay here with another video. Why am I late? I don't know, but let's talk about beta readers. Beta readers, they're your pals, they're your friend, they're your comic's best friend. I've talked about them a lot in this comicking journey thing that has literally torn me apart as a human being, and I don't know who I am anymore. But I've talked about beta readers. I've mentioned them, and if you haven't heard, you somehow missed it. Beta readers are the people that read your script after it's been completed, usually completed to the best of your ability. So, not usually your first draft, but sometimes, you wanna give a script to a beta reader once you've kind of reached the point where you don't know what the heck to do with this on your own anymore. And that is supremely useful when you are beginning editing. That thing I talked so well about last time. And the thing about editing your own work is that it's really hard to do that, especially after some point, because you can never truly get fresh eyes on your own work. Even if you end up taking a break, and that can help, you aren't really going to forget something unless you take maybe years away from it, in which case you'd never get anything done. So you're better off making some beta readers look over your work. Otherwise, your shocking twist in Act 3 is not going to be as shocking as you want it to be because you haven't tested it. And even if you were 10 years out from your work, you still need more than one beta reader, so you'd be hecked anyways, unless you want to wait another 20 years for next you to read it, in which case we are definitely never getting anything done. Okay, alright, so how do you get beta readers? And if you somehow manage to get beta readers, what do you do to get the most out of them? One thing at a time, Bones McKay. Okay, so step one, where do you get them? Well, the most obvious and annoying answer for most of us antisocial writing types is you make friends. Friends are great people who will read your books if you ask them enough. If they don't want to read your book, are they really your friend? Probably. Not all your friends are going to want to read your books, but sometimes they will, especially if you have someone else who's into writing. You guys can swap books and critique each other, and it's super frickin' awesome. So that is one way to get beta reading people. Second way, I have a Discord where you can look for creative partnerships. And what better partnership than than a comic swapping partnership where you swap scripts. There's a creative partner channel thing in my Discord. Feel free to use that as a way to find beta readers. No harm, no foul. Third way to find beta readers, you could try the critique stream for $8 a month. You can get your work critiqued by me and Ursula, and we do long form ones, 40 pages at a time, so once a month. That's one way if you absolutely cannot find friends anywhere. Fourth way to find them is through Inked Voices. That's my favorite way of finding novel readers. Again, for me, it was one chapter at a time, but it was supremely helpful in finishing Honeywell, so I highly recommend that. It is paid for, and it helps to start your own group on it, but it's a really good site. So 10 out of 10 on there. And the fifth way to find beta readers is through doing market research or sourcing your audience. If you don't have an audience, that kind of sucks. But sometimes if your book is on a specific topic, you can go to places that would be interested in said topic and ask if they want to read it. I've found beta readers before, browsing specific subreddits that would be relevant and looking on the nano forums, all sorts of places. Just ask, and there's no harm in asking people if they'd be interested in reading / looking over your script. Alright, so moving on. Once you have found someone, assuming that you were able to find someone to read your script, then what? How do you make the most out of this beta reader? Okay, so number one, always know what you want to get out of a specific read of your story. Are you looking for how well your suspense goes? Are you looking for general character consistency? What are you looking for? Now, you're not always going to know what's wrong with your script, and for the most part, I find that beta readers can't really flag what's wrong with something, especially because they'll have the tendency to try and fix it on their own, and that might not be the direction you want to go. It takes a lot of skill to kind of look at what a beta reader is saying about your story and then being able to apply it and make your work better. I think the most valuable stuff you can ask for out of a beta reader is for their reactions. Their reactions are kind of priceless to you. And one of the easiest ways to get people to tell you the reactions you want to hear about, not specifically the reactions you want, because, you want them to be amazed, but you want them to be truthful more than that. One of the most helpful ways I've found is through the ABCD method. So this... Oh, hi, Madoka. Hello. Hey, Madoka. Hey. This is where you ask your reader to flag any moment that they find awesome, boring, confusing, or I forget what D is. I'm sorry, guys. For the most part, it's usually the C, or the C and B are very helpful. Knowing where people are confused is very valuable to you, because sometimes you want them to be confused and you want them to flag it and be like, hey, I'm confused here, or hey, I'm really bored here. And you want to mitigate having too much of that in the wrong places. And you want people to tell you where stuff is awesome so that you don't accidentally go ahead and fix it. Fix it, big quotation marks. You don't want to ruin something that's really working. If everyone loves a character and you decide it in your heart that it doesn't work because no one told you that they loved the character because you didn't ask for that kind of stuff, that will suck for you. So make sure that they flag things that they like as well. Other things to do to make sure you get the best out of your beta readers are to be aware of what kind of reader they are. If they don't like comics, if they don't like romance and you're writing a romance, they might not be the beta reader for you. So make note of that stuff. If you're going through beta readers that you don't necessarily know yourself, make sure to vet them through some Q&A questions, like ask what kind of books they like reading, what was the last few books that they've read, what comics are they into, and so on and so forth. And again, not all beta readers are going to be the best for you. They're not going to give you the best information. Like, take into consideration how long it took them to read your story. If you have something incredibly dense and they read it in a night and they're really confused, that might not entirely be on you. There are going to be cases where your beta readers kind of just miss the mark, but always go into their critiques with like an open mind. And that's why it's good to have a good amount of beta readers so that you can get some sort of like contrast and comparison between different readers. So there you go. That is some information on beta readers. It's not my best video ever because I didn't get any beta readers on this because I didn't finish my script. But that's life. I did go to the zoo. I did it, guys. I remember my last drunk video, I said I went to the zoo. That's why I don't have anything up today, because I am recovering. It was an amazing zoo trip, and it's gonna be all in my vlog. Heck yeah, for the September vlog. Alright, see you guys next time. I need to go do art and stuff. Love you.